the introducing of the state land rules, in the sense that under this the legal elements, it is complying in the sections 14 of the National Land Codes, particularly in the procedure pertaining to land in the state of Malaya. In the National Land Codes, is based on the torrent system of the land registration. It shows that it's similar to the international bank's reconstructing and development efforts in consolidating the various law as in 1955. This is what been following based on the two objectives of Si Hombings in 1989. It says that in National Land Code, they have two type of objective has been achieved. The first one, it has established a uniform, a clear-cut system of land tenure and dealing in the place of a confused system, and it was incorporated in all those new provisions required as to adopt the new system back then in 1960. The length of tenure remained somewhat, at that time it was very confusing. So in order to overcome this, the National Land Code, Penang and Malacca titles has been introduced according to the history. At the time was 1963. The act was been passed in the state legislative to say that in order to transfer the land of the in the former system to the torrent system began in 1965, they must have the proper procedure instead of to use the old method. So the government is trying to follow the system. I said just now is a torrent system, right? Another part that will be the another procedure under national land courts. In order to respect of any future dispute, the British government has introduced a numbers of method in order to legalize the whole of national land courts in the peninsula of Malaya. The first one, a land acquisition was introduced under the Act 1960. What is the Land Acquisition Act in 1960? It shows that, according to the federal constitutions, it provides in Articles 13 says that no person may be deprived from of the property as long this thing is according to the law and everything must be followed accordingly to the federal constitutions, and no one else can deny your rights to own the lands, provided it has to be compulsory. When someone acquisition of the land or use of your property without the adequate of compensation, you have right to claims based on what you have right over the lands. For example, if the state government trying to get your lands, so the government will just compensate based on the market value. This is what stated in the amendment is 1973. It says that the land could be acquired for mining, for example, for building of the housing areas, particularly on the residentials, shop houses, on the commercial lot, and also for the industrial projects, which is need the government need acquire land from your own land, so the government have to compensate based on the market values. For this, the government at the times has the method also how to assembly compensation directly paid to the landowner if the land has been taken by the government. Another procedure that government introduced at the time was a Malay Reservation Enactment. Malay Reservation Enactment is part of the government initiative to protect especially the Bumiputra Malays as according to Articles 89 of the Federal Constitution. It says that in the Malays reservation lands, only a Malays can own the land. But the time is all about in the Malay reservation area. In that particular area, the government have to set aside so that no one else can grab the land except the land is given to the Malay community itself. For example, in the state of Kedah and also the police, as we can see these two states, the majority in these two states, they are Bumiputra. One is Malays and the second one, Bumiputra, is Siamese community. So the government really emphasized on agriculture at the time in order to have the Bumiputra, in order to uphold the standards of the Bumiputra at the time, the government introducing agriculturalists permanently residents in the state of Kedah and Perlis, in the sense that the Malay owns the land at the time also. So it has to be both parties has to be agreed between the government and also the Malays, and particularly on the Bumiputra. In a sense that also, I would like to say and I would like to emphasize on the any registered interest of the Malays over the properties or whatever the lands owned by them, it is everything is under the Malays reservation area. So it has to be gazetted by the government. This is part of the one of the greatest government initiative to give priority as what is stated in the federal constitution. That's why the government gazette the land under the special reservation for them. Another part I would like to share on the Towns and Country Planning Act, which is introduced in 1976. Well, at the time, it was very messy. As you know, the local governments they have to do something in order for them to develop the state. So, under local planning authority, in order for them to develop that area, they have to set up their own local authority. This local authority will give a proper planning, and also they have to be responsible to the local citizen, especially particularly in the states, in order to give and also to legalize of that particular area in the Local Government Act 1976. For example, any town councils, if they want to develop that particular area, so they have to get all the registered landowners to register with the local authority in the sense that they have to cooperate with the land office. These two agencies, they're part of a very important what I can say is the two very important agencies which is really emphasized on the country plannings for on the local government act. Another scenario is the land taxation. Why I said the land taxation? Because the state government really want to adopt a good policy in order for them to get a good revenue. So the state government have to introduce a new non-legal method is can say is it is a quit rent. What is a quit rent? A quit rent, the landowners have to pay the premiums in order for the state government to earn the revenue from them. So from that times, the government have to introduce kind of the state tax structure which is based on the state land rules as accordingly to the location of the lands and also the size of the land. This kind of thing will be influenced and also encouraging the development of the areas in terms of if the land is vacant, so the state government has right to alienate the land to a developer, so that from that time they will gain something like revenue. As I said, is a property tax. This property tax is between the tax department and also the land office. From that, these two category, it will generate part of revenue also to the local authority. So they are going to tax in order to determine of the lands as accordingly to the local government act. The government also introduced under Strata Title Act, which is set in 1985, as also in the provision of the National Land Codes. This Strata Title Act, it was a good method by the government to introduce to subdivided of the building titles. If like say, for example, the high-rise buildings, condos, apartments, these kind of things, they have to get subdivided titles. So instead of they have a master title, another also they have to go for individual title. So when developer want to develop that particular area, the state land office have to issue what we call is a master title. Once the land has been developed, developer complete the whole things, the project, then hand over to um, the building owner or the new owners of the apartment of the condo. So they will be go for under the under state strata title which is given to the individual titles. This will divide the kind of subdivided land into subdivided building. In respect of this national land codes, the rule says that it's part of the government obligation of the property developer to ensure that strata scheme are effectively managed. That is the reason why, the end of the day, the real property gains tax then in 1976 was introduced just to ensure everything's for the government to earn the profits, to gain some revenue from the sales land tax, for them to a property developer to do the kind of valuation rate to that particular properties. This is to avoid the property speculation if it's not designated to tax, and also the land premium and also the land value of the land, it has to be accordingly to the real property against tax in 1976. Thank you. That's it, my presentation.